All right, so today's podcast, we actually have Atlas Caproni and Jason Caproni. These guys know a ton of stuff about animals. They talk about Florida wildlife. They talk about native wildlife. Today we're going to take them around. We want to talk about some exotic wildlife, some exotic cats, but we also really want to let these guys know, since they do have a big audience and they reach a lot of people, of what's going on with cats in captivity and what they can do and what everybody can do to help out animals that are stuck in cages and to get some laws passed and really make it better for all cats, especially preserve some habitat in the wild, but definitely to make a better life for the animals in captivity and really stop some of the really cruel practices that continue to go on and that people just don't know about.
Right. And it's really just because, you know, nothing messes with tigers in the wild. They're like, you can bother me.
Hey, Bang, let's show them how big you are. Miguel, up. So then we can look at his paws and his claws. He's going to feel that when he hits the ground.
Tiger stripes and its coloration make it perfect for camouflaging and sneaking up on its prey. I mean, like, you can barely see it. She just walked around through that grass over there. I mean, nothing. It was just completely gone. Then she reappears right there. You got this big tiger on you. And their stripes are really cool because no tiger has the same pattern of stripes. It's kind of like our fingerprint. Was shot by a hunter up in Idaho, but anyway, they're great because they're the largest cat that actually purrs. What do you call it? Where you can tell from a distance, like which gender they're?
It's actually dimorphic.
So he just doesn't eat very well.
Lions are really neat because they're like one of the only big cats that you can tell that they're that are sexually dimorphic. Like, you can tell whether it's a male or a female from a distance because the males have the big mane going and they're a bit bigger and stuff, and the females are a little bit more streamlined. They don't have all the fur going and stuff like that.
See her mouth? See how funny her mouth is?
Yes,
She actually has a cleft palate.
She does, yeah.
The only way you can get a white tiger is by inbreeding, and so if they're saying they're breeding like rare subspecies or something, don't buy it.
Florida Bobcats are much smaller and they have a much duller coat.
Right.
See, there's not really much of a pattern. And people often think there's a lot of Florida Bobcats because they're hit by cars. They see them in their backyards.
But it's like the only ones get hit by cars.
Well, that couldn't be anything further from the truth, because if Bobcats are forced to go through backyards or they're forced to cross roads, that means they can't find enough to eat. That means they don't have a big enough territory. So that means there's too many people, and as they get killed, yeah, that's it. That's it for them.
Bobcats are great. They're some of the most widespread species cats in North America. Actually, the most widespread cat in North America. But so they don't have any protection, but they're still in a lot of trouble because people see them all the time, so they think they're common, you know, like knocked over on the side of roads or in their backyard, crossing the street in their backyard, something like that. But cats are pretty content. They'll find a spot, a territory, certain size, you know, a certain amount of food, they can get a mate, and they'll stick with it. But if a cat's crossing a road and it's having to go over a huge distance, that means that it's getting encroached upon. Its territory is now gone, and it's having to look like miles and miles for mates and food and stuff, which is just it's awful.